color is Christ in the Christian church? How many gates are there into the kingdom according to the Christian church? How many gates? That's a simple question. How many gates? Say one. We hear this all the time. We believe this for a long time. I was in the Christian church for 25 years in that garbage. I feel like I did a prison sentence. I was evil as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was evil as hell. I was in the military, so I was evil. That was even worse. I'm all across the earth being evil. Give me Revelation 21.
Revelation chapter 21.
Start at verse 10.
Verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
So this is New Jerusalem. This is the kingdom that's going to be on earth as it is in heaven.
Having the glory of God, and her light is like unto the stone, most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high.
So the kingdom of heaven has this massive wall. And if you read down, it'll tell you the diameter of the wall, everything. Come on.
And had a wall great high, and had 12 gates.
How many gates, brother?
12 gates.
Sis, how many gates?
Well, my church never said, I mean, my church never said specifically how many gates, but I kind of remember because I read Revelation 3 times to get a better understanding. Different translations, I wonder a little bit, but it's kind of...
So we're going to help you out.
Yeah.
We're going to help you out because it's something more to these gates than just it being 12 gates. So there's 12 gates, come on.
And at the gates 12 angels.
And each one of the gates is 12 angels, come on.
And names written thereon.
His names on these gates says, come on.
Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So I got a question. What's your nationality? Is that on one of those gates? Where's African American in the Bible?
You know what? It's been kind of like prophesied. Like my pastor's prophet. Yeah. It's another thing. But at the same time.
What does the Bible say about prophetesses?
Yeah, I know. But she's a pastor.
What does the Bible say about women pastors? What does the Bible say? See, that's why we let God be true and every man a liar. Because these people will lead you astray. They're not leading you or guiding you according to the Bible.
What's up, y'all?
I'm gonna show you that she's leading you astray. You got it?
1 Corinthians chapter 14,
What you got? Yep.
verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. Let your women keep silence in the church.
That don't mean you can't talk in the church. You know what that means? Preaching his word. Because how was Adam deceived in the beginning? Eve. So the deceit is going to come through who? Read it again.
Let your women keep silence in the churches.
That don't mean, like, again, that don't mean you got to sit there with tape over your mouth and you can't say anything. That's not what this is talking about. It's saying let the women keep silent when teaching doctrine and trying to give understanding. Women do. It's a woman's job to teach. But we're going to show you who. You give me that title.
I'm still discerning that scripture.
For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
It's no translation. It's not. This ain't even for you, bro.
Right. No, I'm hearing. I'm having.
But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
You're commanded to be under obedience to these laws. You understand? Give me that to me.
The new covenant comes with 2 commandments. In verse 11, love that God with all that heart,
woman
mind,
learn in silence.
Hey, you want
Let
to teach
the woman
bro?
learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
What the Bible says?
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Don't touch me. I suffer not a woman to teach.
I can come
That's
over
what the
you.
Bible says. Did I make that up? Did I misinterpret that? How could you misinterpret that?
Woman, you can
read it again. Call it and read
God
it.
gave you the ability to have
First
a
Timothy
mouth.
chapter 2.
And this
They can't tell you to stop.
this guy here is
that's not
called
God.
the devil.
That's not God.
You know what
See,
the devil
now that
means?
they told me that you were my sister.
Deceiver.
Now,
Devil
are you the
means
sister?
deceiver.
Are you
You
sister of the
understand?
devil? Are you sister
Where's
of
his
the devil?
Bible at?
They told you you're my sister.
Read again.
First Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
She said, I suffer not a woman to teach.
Women are
Nor
forgiven
to
of the
usurp
sin.
authority
Original sin
over
has
the
been
man.
once
Nor
been
to
baptized.
set
Christ
herself
came to
up
baptize
above the
with
man,
water
because
and fire. And
God knows
has
that Eve
forgiven all people.
has it
forgiving
in her
women
to
of any of
be
their
tricked
sin
by the devil.
and men of their sin, because the men fell for the sin.
Give me what you got. Listen to this.
Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise.
God
So
is
our
forgiving.
elder
God is
woman,
forgiving.
the
God is
pastor that's in your church, this is what she's supposed to be teaching right here. Come on.
That they be in behavior
Women been doing
as
enough
becometh
too.
holiness,
Come on.
not false
Y'all just giving
So
accusers,
you can't be a false accuser, a gossiper, a liar, backbiter. Come on.
not given too much wine,
You can't be drunk all the doggone time. Okay, you can drink wine and strong drink, but in moderation. You can't be a drunkard. Come on.
teachers of good things.
Teachers of what?
Good things.
What are the good things? What are the good things your pastor's supposed to be teaching? We're gonna read it. Romans 7.
Book of Romans, chapter 7, and verse 12.
Come on.
Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good.
So what are the good things
For the
these-
mountains
the
shall
women are supposed to be
depart, and the
teaching?
hills be
I just told
removed.
you I was walking
My
down
kindness
It
shall
says,
never
for the
depart
law
from
is holy,
nor shall my
and the
covenant of
commandments
peace be
holy,
removed,
and just and
says the
good.
Lord who
So
has
what is
mercy on me.
what is the sister supposed to be teaching?
Isaiah 54:10.
The laws and commandments.
Yeah.
I
God
understand.
is our refuge
I'm gonna read
and
something.
strength,
Give me
very
Mark 4.
present
I'm gonna
help
show
in
you
trouble.
something. I'm gonna show you the
Psalm
Psalm
46.
so you're not confused. Because this is what devils do.
The righteous
You
cry out,
understand?
and the
But I
Lord
don't want you to
hears
be lost by
and
the
delivers
devil.
them out of
What's your
their
name?
troubles.
Courtney? I'm
Psalm 34,
Nice to meet you, Kazak.
Console.
St. Mark chapter 4, verse 4.
I'm not going to surround this girl.
And it came to
and-
pass,
and
as the
banter.
sword, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up.
So this means something. This is a parable for something. So the sower is sowing the word. We just read that. Verse 14.
The sword soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside.
That's what we just read in verse 4, right? Some fell by the wayside after we sowed the word. Come on.
Where the word is sowing. But when they have heard, Satan come immediately.
So we sowing the word to you, sis. We bring you the word. And as soon as we sow this word, what happened?
Satan cometh immediately
Come on.
and taketh away the word.
So Satan came and he's trying to confound you and take away the word that we're trying to give to you.
If I'm a devil,
Listen, understand this. What we're trying to do is this.
Cast the devils out.
We're trying to show you who you are according to this Bible, so that you can understand and relate to who you are according to this Bible. It's 18 nations in this Bible. African American isn't one. Color isn't one. Afro American, Negro. Those are not nationalities in this Bible.
Wait, that,
Get them out of here.
keep going. I don't think y'all understand what's in me and like my calling.
Get them out of our temple. These are holy
being
temples,
here.
brother.
I know why you here.
Yeah,
I know your calling and your purpose. We understand that. Trust me.
I'm really like into like understanding where our people came from, and as far as like the
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out.
Like, I
How
don't
did we get
believe
over
in-
here? How did we get over here? I'm gonna start from
Like,
there.
they came
The
to
what?
got people, the boat.
The boat was the
Yeah.
Carnival cruise ship.
No, that junk was horrible.
Okay, so is that in the Bible?
Is it, well, slaves are.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. The transatlantic slave trade, is that in the Bible? You say no? We're gonna show you. I want you to look at this flyer right here. Flip it over. This right here. All this right here. Is this in the Bible? This is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These things happen to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Is this in the Bible? You say no? Let's deal with that. And this is going to show you who you are, sis. So I got a question for you. Did the children of Israel, did they keep the commandments that God gave them? No, right? So verse 1 through 14 in Deuteronomy 28, had they kept the commandments, they would have got those blessings. We didn't. So what happened? Verse 15 through 68 are the curses that befell us because we didn't keep the commandments. Verse 15, please.
But it should come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Because we didn't. Come on.
to observe, to do all his commandments,
To observe, to do all his commandments. We can't pick and choose like the Protestants, the Baptists, the Pentecostals. We can't pick and choose what commandments we're going to keep because of how we feel or what we think. No, we got to read it and apply those commandments that we read. Come on.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
Come on.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Is a curse a good or bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? So because we didn't keep the commandments, these curses befell our people. So we're going to read a couple of the curses for you. Verse 32.
Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Who did that happen to? What nation of people on this earth throughout all history as a nation did that happen to? Our people, right? But guess what? It happened to the so-called natives, the Hispanics, the Native Americans first. It happened to them first. We got the history. We can read now. It happened to them first. It happened to us last. That's why it's fresh in our minds. You understand? Come on.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
So our eyes look for our children that we couldn't get back. And we ain't had no power to get our children back. It didn't happen to these devils over here. It happened to our people. Jump down to verse 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
What's an astonishment, sis? God said we're going to become an astonishment. What's an astonishment? Right. Are they not in awe of us? Like, damn, we can't kill them? You ever heard of eugenics? Planned Parenthood? You heard of Planned Parenthood? What they do is they put all these abortion clinics in our neighborhoods. Our people are professional abortionists. Our sisters, they're professional abortionists. If they could get a degree in abortions, they would have a master's. We are the #1 as far as abortions. Their media says the most dangerous place for a fetus, a black fetus, is in the womb of their mother. You can Google that. Come on.
A proverb.
So we're a proverb. If you want to hide something from a black man, what you do? Put it in the book. Why is that? Because we don't read. You like pictures. King Magazine, XXL, The Source. You like all these books. Come on.
And a byword.
So a byword, African American, Negro, color, heathen, Gentile, porch monkey, jigaboo, nigga, spick. Come on.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
And we're a byword among all nations. So I'm a nigga here, I'm a gaijin or a nigga in Japan or a nigga in China. Everywhere I go, we're the same thing. They call us the same thing because they're all Confederate. Okay, they all hate us. Every nation hates your guts. Even the little Arab guy that owns the store, the African guy that owns the store, the white man that owns the store, they hate your guts. But they come in your community and sell to you. They hate your doggone guts. And then they hug you and say, I love you. It's impossible for them to love. I'm going to show you why. But come on.
That's the end of that.
Give me verse 46. Listen to this.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee.
So the they here, what's the they in that verse? They. It says they shall be upon thee. What are we reading about? What are we reading about? Hey, bro. We read about the curses, right? So the they there is what? The curses. So it says they shall be upon thee for what?
For a sign.
Damn. So these curses are going to be upon our people for a sign. How do you know where this place is right here?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. How you know the name of this place? How you know what street you're on? So you can look at these curses the same way you look at those signs. And these curses will show you who you are. Because these curses ain't happen to everybody. The so-called Jewish man over there that went through the fake Holocaust. Do these curses pertain to him? Yeah. It's proof. It's proof that this claim that garbage.
And I know this earth, because I know there was a prince of the air. So it's just like,
we gonna help get you ready.
Because this earth here.
We're gonna give you the blueprint of what you need to do to get ready.
Because I got homework.
We're gonna help you out. We're gonna help you out. But I'm telling you, this is more important than anything you ever heard. You ain't gonna hit us on Sunday. Come on.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
How long is forever? So these curses are going to be upon us forever until Christ comes back. So you can look at these curses and only equate these curses to our people. Give me verse 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
This is how we supposed to serve God. We don't serve God like that. They in the Christian church making all that damn noise and they ain't serving God with joyfulness, gladness, and for the abundance of all things. They ain't doing that. Come on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Because we didn't do that, and we don't do it now, God said you're going to serve your enemies. Come on. Your enemies, not your friends. Your enemies, come on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
He's going to send your enemies against you because you ain't want to serve them. Come on.
And hunger.
So if you want food, you got to go to your enemy. Who controls the food distribution right now on this earth? What nation of people controls the food distribution? If you want to eat right now, who you gotta go see? What nation? Huh?
US?
The U.S.? You say us. We don't run the U.S.
Okay, well, like I was, okay, well, the US?
What nation of people run the U.S.? It's the top 1% in elite. What nation of people run the U.S.? Huh? That's a political party.
Okay, well.
What nation? What nationality of people?
Whites.
You said whites?
Yes.
The Bible calls them something different. To say that they're white means that they're pure. There's no white man on this earth. Powder don't exist. You ever seen that show, that movie Powder? It's an old movie. The dude came out, he was about white as that paper right there. He doesn't exist. These people are red and hairy. They're descendants from Esau. Okay? Now stay there, come on.
The Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So you gotta go to your enemies. This says your enemies. You said the white man. This says your enemies. In hunger.
And in thirst.
If you want water, who controls your water supply? If you don't pay your water bill, what happens? Who cuts it off? That nigga Tyrone up the block? Who, Raul? Raul cut it off? Who cut it off? What nation of people cut? They cut it off. Come on.
And in nakedness.
So if you want clothing, textiles, the import and export of these things, you gotta go to your enemies. Come on.
And in want of all things.
In lack of all. That want is lack of everything. So if you want religion, who you gotta go see? If you want education, who you got? You getting education right now, ain't you? You want education, who you gotta go see? If you want toilet paper or a toothpick, an ID, a death certificate, a birth certificate, if you want anything, who you gotta go see? Your enemy, the Bible calls them. And it's gonna get very descriptive to show you who you are. Look at the front of that page real fast. Keep that in mind. You see these things on the neck? Yeah. Watch this. Come on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
That's very descriptive about who your enemies are. Who did that to us? It says, and he shall put a yoke upon our neck until he hath destroyed thee. When will we destroy? We were destroyed when we forgot our nationality, we forgot our heritage. So guess what President Lincoln said? He signed that Emancipation Proclamation. He asked slaves, bring him the doggone pen. Come here, nigga, bring me that pen. He signed. That's madness, but that's the truth. Okay? We were destroyed for over 400 years. What could we not do? Or we couldn't read or write. They made us illiterate. They made us astonishment. That's why the scripture says you should be made an astonishment, a proverb and a byword. They made us those things. You understand? And in this short period of time that we've been able to read and write, we've excelled them. They are fearful of us because we created everything. Lights, cell phones, computers, everything. Every invention, we created it. They took credit for it. We created this.
Gatorade.
Even everything.
I'm sorry, I'm from Gainesville, so they took that from us. I'm sorry.
Come on, jump down to verse 68. This is the kicker. You say we got over here how? Boat. Okay.
Ships.
Okay, come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So question, you read the Bible, don't you?
Yes.
Did the children of Israel as a nation go back into Egypt after they were redeemed from Egypt from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt? Did they ever go back into Egypt as a nation?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
They never went back. So what is this? Egypt has to mean something. You see how we going from one page to the next to show you what the Bible is talking about? And we're not explaining it from our own thought. The Bible explains itself. That's how you must study the Bible. Come on.
Read it.
You got it?
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What is Egypt synonymous with? What is Egypt synonymous with? It says, I brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of what? Read it again. Bondage. What's another word for bondage? What do we go through? Slavery. That's bondage. So the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, meaning bondage again. Come on.
With ships.
How do we go into slavery?
With ships.
How do we go into bondage?
With ships.
Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Moses said, how I'm telling you, this is exactly how it's going to happen. Come on.
thou shalt see it no more again.
We shall not see it no more again. What's the motherland that we won't see anymore? You say Africa? Let's see. Galatians 4:26. Let's see what the motherland is.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
What's the motherland, brother?
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
You was taught Jerusalem. I mean, the motherland was Africa, didn't you? Yeah, I know. Come on.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there, when you got off those slave ships, you're going to be sold unto your enemies, not your friends. Were we not sold into our enemies? Okay, come on.
For bondmen,
For slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women,
and no man shall buy you.
and no man shall buy you. That's kind of ironic. It says buy. That buy means redeem or save you. Okay? So, did Martin Luther King try to buy us? What about Harriet Tubman? Malcolm X? Yeah, they tried to save us.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they tried to save us. Stokely Carmichael, the Black Panthers, the Bloods and Crips, they started off trying to save us. You understand? So God says no, none of them can save us. Who's gonna save us? And save us from what? Jesus, because the Messiah means the Savior, right? Okay, so what is he gonna save us from?
But it says,
We're gonna see it. Because verse 4, when we read Deuteronomy 28, verse 47, it says God shall send 48. It said God's gonna send your enemies against you in hunger and thirst and nakedness and want of all things. Your enemies, right? Let's see who Christ is gonna come to save us from. It says they shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck. So you know who your enemies are. Come on.
Luke chapter 1 verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
The Lord God of who?
Of Israel.
It's something that you got to understand too. All the nations, they don't have a God. I'm going to read that for you. Psalms 96:5. You give me Psalms 147:19. I'm going to show you something. Come on. No,
For
Joel
he hath
2:26.
visited and redeemed his people.
Christ visited and redeemed his people. Come on. That's very possessive, right? So if I say you're my girl, what does that mean? You're mine, right? So how Christ came, he visited and redeemed his people. That was prophesied. When you read Matthew 1:21, it says, she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus. And he shall save his people from their sins. His people. Who was Christ's people? The Jews. He was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Come on.
And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets,
Jump down to 71.
that we should be saved from our enemies.
From what?
From our enemies.
From what?
From our enemies.
Christ is going to save us from what?
From our enemies.
Christ is going to come save you from your enemies. Just like, remember we were redeemed out of Egypt? Well, we were redeemed from amongst friends. Were we freed and redeemed from the land of Egypt from our friends? Were they our friends? What were they to us? Our oppressor. They were our enemies. So just like, I'm going to show you something about that Egypt and this Egypt here. Because you're standing in Egypt. Revelations 11 and 8.
therefore submit to
Let me
God.
show you something.
Resist the devil, he will flee.
Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Why does it say dead bodies? Proverbs 21:16. Why does it say they're dead bodies? You ever seen that show, The Walking Dead? You know that's about you? You know that's about us? You know that's about us? I'm going to show you. Proverbs 21, verse 16.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wanders out of the way of understanding
If you wander out of the way of the understanding of this Bible,
shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
you're going to remain in the congregation of the dead. You're going to be spiritually dead. Not physically dead, spiritually dead. So Revelations 11 and 8 again.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
So the custom of death is that you bury the dead. So these people, they're not physically dead, they're spiritually dead. Why? Because they wandered out of the way of understanding. Come on.
Which spiritually
So this place is spiritually,
is called Sodom.
how is this place called Sodom? How is this place spiritually called Sodom? It says that they should lie in the streets of the great city. This is the great city. Every man, a man will float on a damn inner tube for days trying to get here. They were packed in a doggone 18-wheeler, tight, for days trying to get here. Okay? They'll walk through a desert to cross a line for days or weeks trying to get here. So this is that great city, which is spiritually, so it's not physically those places, but it's spiritually called Sodom. What were they doing in Sodom? What were they doing in Sodom? Man, what happened in Sodom? Give me some examples. What was going on in Sodom? Why did God have to destroy Sodom?
Is that the place?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is that the place after they left Egypt? And
they split? No.
Not that one.
No, that's not that.
Oh, well, I guess it was probably anything they wanted to do, simple nature, simple nature.
Well, I'm going to give you an example. When Lot, remember Abraham and Lot, right? Lot, he dwelled in Sodom. Okay? So the angels came unto him, because they were in the midst of homosexuality, they was in the midst of fornication. So Lot dwelt amongst them. He couldn't stand it, but he dwelt amongst them, right? The angels came, the men wanted to rape the angels. You didn't read that history? The men wanted to rape the angels. Okay? The angels had to blind the men of the city. Lot had to go out and say, listen, I will give you my daughters. Don't touch these men. Because they didn't know, they were heathen. They didn't know. And they were our people committing whoredoms and fornication and stuff like that. So they tried to rape Lot. They said, okay, we can't have them. We're going to grab you. They tried to grab him. The angels had to blind them and pull Lot back in the house because they was grabbing at him to rape him. This is the same stuff going on here. Because guess what? What can a man do and a woman do? Can they get married? That's the same thing they was doing in Sodom and Gomorrah. The same exact thing they were doing in Sodom. That's why God had to destroy him. Because that lifestyle is an anti-lifestyle. You know what that means? What does that mean? No. Yeah, it's forbidden. But what does that mean? It's an anti-lifestyle. Because the scripture says, except there was a small remnant, we would have been like unto Sodom and like unto Gomorrah. Everybody, if all men of men, if these laws weren't coming out, America would have been trying to get rid of this Bible. And man will be with man, woman will be with woman. It's an anti-lifestyle because if they go on that way, what's going to happen at the end of some years? No reproduction, right? So we're all going to be destroyed. That's why it's called an anti-lifestyle. Come on. Yeah, Revelation.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
It's called spiritually Sodom, and it's spiritually called Egypt. Because why? It has so many, it's synonymous spiritually with the landmass of Egypt because we were captive in Egypt, right? We were enslaved in Egypt. Look on the back of your dollar. You got a dollar? Oh yeah, it's right here. The pyramid, the all-seeing eye of Ra, the obelisk in D.C. Okay, this place right here is spiritually Egypt, spiritually Sodom. Oh no, it's something else I need to bring out. Come on.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
How was Christ crucified?
Here?
How was Christ crucified?
Or?
No. It says this place, this great city, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
You trying to take it out?
It goes deeper than that. What color is Christ?
Here it is white.
That's how they crucified him. They killed him again. Iconoclasm. That means image breaking. Okay? He was never white. Christ is darker than you, all of us. According to the Bible. He said he had skin of bronze, brass, as though it burned in the furnace. You burn rice in the furnace, what color is it? So Christ was very, very, very dark. He was a very dark man. So that's how they crucified Christ. They killed him.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.